Hello, hello. Welcome to No Cut Cards Tarot, where I don't cut the cards, I just deal them. And today we are jumping straight into our Aries reading for love for the week of August 8th, 9th, 2020. All right? So we're just going to jump straight into it and see what the cards have to deal for you guys this week, all right? Any messages for my Aries in love for the week of August 9th, 2020. Just for my Aries in love for the week of August 9th, 2020. The Star card, also the Aquarian card. I'm joking, but it's the Aquarian card, but we'll get more into what that means later. That's just for my Aries. Okay, Aries. That's just for my Aries in love. Okay. Sorry, I don't want to take them, but I had to. We'll get into that. Alright, sorry. Just wanted to make sure that was it for you guys before I started situating. Okay. Overall energy is the Two of Swords in reverse. Now that we've got you guys situated here. So the overall energy is the Two of Swords in reverse, okay? So you're kind of blocking things off right now. You're protecting yourself, but you don't really know from what yet. Okay, you're a little confused on that. But tendency is that you need to protect yourself. So you're doing it out of a force of habit. Don't be surprised by that. But hopefully we can open up and figure out why you're protecting yourself and figure out if you actually need to be. Okay? You have the Star card, which is all about dreams and figuring out which one is for you. Because when you wish upon a star, you need to be careful what you wish for, but at the same time, you need to make sure that that's what you want. Because if I wish for a car and a house and $1 million, I can't be upset that I got a car and not $1 million to buy my own car and my own house, right? Right. So focus your energy on what you actually want, because don't be surprised if the universe gives you what they think you need. Okay? They got a funny sense of humor that way. Okay? Next, we got the Eight of Pentacles, which is all about putting in the work. Look at him. He's literally putting in the work, but look at it. The Pentacles are producing themselves. You feel me? The money will come. So worry about that later. The money will come as long as the work gets put in. The money will be there. Worry about that later. Focus your energy onto what you want. Okay? Because you got this brand new beginning. See that? The money's coming. The money is coming, Aries, okay? So don't sweat the little things. Move on, figure out what you want. Because once you figure out what you want, you can figure out where you need to go, okay? Which is where we're moving into with this Knight of Wands in reverse. Don't move too fast, okay? Just because I said jump, don't leap, okay? Take a little step. Figure some things out. Make a plan. Figure it out. Don't just jump off a cliff. And don't say how high. Say, all right, let's figure out our next move. Figure out where we're going to jump from, okay? So that's your Knight of Wands, because passion projects we tend to jump kind of straight into. We bite off a little more than we can chew, and sometimes they suffer, okay? Not saying it will suffer, but pace yourself. It's not going to be an overnight thing. Don't think that once you birth this dream, it's just going to happen. Patience is a virtue, and that's what you need to be prepared for. This is going to be a long road, Aries. So, pace yourself. Judgment. Be wise about how you pass judgment, okay? Because that may come back to you. And if this is you, be careful how you're passing judgment on yourself. Because we can be our harshest critics, okay? I speak from firsthand that we can be our harshest critics. We can be the meanest people in the world to ourselves. So, chill out, okay? Just because you think you're doing the worst in the world, there's always probably somebody worse off than you. Which is mean to say, but at the end of the day, be realistic. Things can't be that bad. Find the positive. Change your perspective, and everything else will fall into place. Because perspective is key. Where your perspective is where your mind is. Okay? So if you're manifesting failure with your mind, that's all you're going to get. Moving along. You got the Six of Pentacles. Be mindful where your money's going, guys. Okay? You can help, but don't help to despite yourself, okay? Don't cut your nose off in spite of your face. Because let's put it this way, you can help somebody do what they need to do, but when things get hard, who's going to be there to help you? Take care of yourself first and then help those around you. One step at a time. Because you need to make sure you're situated, because only then can you help other people around you. I know this is kind of going a little bit everywhere, but Aries, clearly this is what you're meant to hear. And if it's not, messages resonate for those who are meant to hear them. And if it's not resonating, leave it there, okay? All right, next we're moving into the Wheel of Fortune, which is dope. I love the Wheel of Fortune because it keeps turning, okay? So where it keeps turning, there's always motion. Things are always moving. There's always something changing, okay? So the Wheel of Motion doesn't have to take you anywhere, but it could. It could be a stagnant turn, or it could be a motionless turn. Cars move because of the wheels, okay? So determine whether you want to be a gear that helps something else move, or a wheel that does the motion, because it's up to you. You just got to figure out what you want and come out of your cave. You got the Hermit coming up next. It is time for you to come out of your shell, Aries. I don't know why you've been blocking out the world and sleeping in and lounging. I don't know if you're mentally, you're just upset or you're depressed or what it is, but it's time for you to shed that skin and come out of that shell. It's time for you to put all this energy, all of these thoughts into motion. So get out of your room, get out of your house, or it could just be the quarantine. It's time for you to get the fuck out of the house. Go somewhere. Now. I don't even care where you go. Just take a step. That's the next plan. Figure out where you're going to jump to. All right? Next, you got the Hierophant. And I'm not just telling you to do these things because it's what you need to do. Do these things because they're what's right for you. Not what's right for me or what's right for anybody else. The Hierophant is a constant reminder to keep in mind what you hold dear to your heart, your morals, but don't do things because that's what you were told to do. There's a greater purpose to everything, and it's time that you figure out what yours is. All right, last but not least, you got the Four of Pentacles in reverse, which is all about balance and finding that balance between selfishness and frugality. That's the word I'm going to choose to use. So that's what this Four of Pentacles is about. It's about learning the fine line between giving to others and managing to keep something for yourself. Because just because you don't give everything you got away doesn't make you selfish. And that's a hard lesson to learn, but it is one that needs to be heard sometimes. Okay, just because you tell somebody no doesn't mean you're a terrible person. No is no. You gotta lose pay too. Everybody gotta eat. And you can't make sure that everything at your house is settled if you're always taking care of someone else's. Okay? Any messages from Aries in love the week of August 9th, 2020? I be trying to get a certain number of cards. Sometimes they just be like, here. All right. The Blue Flame, Spontaneous Awakening, Activation, Integration Time. This is a spiritual awakening for you. This is a time for you to open that door and become the person you were meant to be. The person that you always kind of knew you were going to be. The badass person that you knew you could be, okay? This is that time. Open that door and take that chance, take that step, and figure out where you're going from here. You got the Star Keeper, Cosmic Ancestors, seed the light by staying grounded. So just because you got all these moving parts, don't lose your mind. And don't let anyone take it from you. Okay? Keep grounded. If you know a way to keep your mind at peace, maintain that while you pursue these new ventures. While you take these new steps, these scary, uncertain steps. Keep your feet on the ground, okay? Because that's the only way to make sure you stay on planet Earth. Whale and Orchid Elders, share your song, frequency, and sound, diving deep. So dig deep. Your calling is out there. You just need to hear it, okay? You just got to dig it out. You've been quieting it for so long, you don't even know how to find it. But you got to take some steps to figure it out, okay? This is where you start, Aries. Empathetic starseed, energetic sovereignty, absorbing what's not yours. Okay? Don't take anything that's not meant for you. You've just kind of been riding the wave, and it's time that you go out there and find out what's for you and what's not, because this ain't it. Okay? And last but not least, Star Brothers, Horus energy. Protection, loyalty, safety, and trust. This is where you're meant to be. This new path is where you're going. And you just got to trust in that. You got to believe in yourself, because once you believe in yourself, anything is possible, Aries, okay? And I know this was supposed to be love, and it wasn't really love, but sometimes that's what it is. I ask for one thing and they give me another. But these are the cards you've been dealt, and I hope you enjoyed them. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And if you didn't like them, that's all right, because there's always a better deal next week.